Good, beautiful morning, everyone. Charles and I are off on another adventure to Versailles, Missouri. Let's roll. We're headed out in the old Ford F-350. Let's get her warming up. Charles and I are almost at our destination. We are coming into Versailles, Missouri.
They only made like 100 of them.
A 1010 diesel?
I got the serial number and the block and everything. And I was gonna put it all in that, but since that, I found a nicer one I'm gonna use.
Oh.
So that's basically just a parts machine now.
Yeah.
But when it's got the A stamped in it,
Right.
that's agriculture. There's a D6D we bought out in Oregon. They modified it, put a truck engine in it.
You guys did?
No, I
Oh.
bought it that way.
Oh, okay.
300 horsepower.
Yeah. I bet that really goes to town with that implement back there, doesn't it?
It pulls for forward, yeah.
Them's all machines you parted out?
Yeah. There's an Ag 6. They build about 100 of them.
That in there?
You can roll that window down if you want there. Get
Oh,
better
sure.
pictures. It's not that cold.
Appreciate it.
That there is an Ag 6?
Mm-hmm. When Caterpillar come out with the first Challengers, the guys out west were negative on Challengers, so Caterpillar got scared and they went and geared up and made these. It's actually a D6D with extended track frames, and they moved the motor back motor up 40 inches for more ballast. It's basically a D6D, kind of looking like a Challenger.
Okay.
Wow. Where'd you get that from?
California.
California.
Wow, look at that. That looks like you got an aquarium on there to fit in. Is that all factory?
That's from out west Michigan in the wheat fields, and make homemade caps and put on.
I see.
Somebody did
This
a
is
nice
a
job.
29 right here.
Okay.
Very interesting. How many machines do you have here?
I have not a clue.
You lost count, huh?
That's a 29 there,
But you don't keep a lot of case 310s or 310Gs or anything?
You really need to talk to Titus, but we got very little here.
I see. I'm always looking for parts.
They're built over there somewhere, and I bought it in Pennsylvania. Some guy had it. There's two of them. There's another one around here somewhere.
And you must be on the road a lot.
Oh yeah. There's a Heston. I actually got a Heston coming, a complete one from California. And I got a couple of Landinis coming too.
Yeah.
And I got another one coming like this, a Sawman.
All to be parted out?
No, probably to sell.
Oh, to sell.
Hopefully better shape that one is.
Yeah.
Here's the other Lombardini.
Huh. And like, how old is that?
That's a 1936 D6.
1936. Mainly, like, collectors would call for parts off of that now?
Yeah. Myself in my collection like that.
Yeah.
When I was a kid back in Pennsylvania, we lived in Pennsylvania. We had a neighbor, he farmed with three of them.
Oh.
They're a 3-cylinder diesel. Real unique town.
Yeah. Do you ship stuff all over the world too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured there'd be other people, other countries needing some of this stuff.
We sold a lot of machines overseas, like Europe, England, and Cambodia. Complete machines.
To use?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a most popular model?
Them guys over there basically stay with Caterpillar.
I see.
This is just junk, and if the strap pass goes up, we'll haul that off.
How far do you got to haul it away?
Oh, about 100 miles.
100 miles.
I don't know if it'll ever go back up there. Here the other year it was way up. We got like $6,000 a load.
Wow.
That's worthwhile.
Yeah. Was there a lot of Allis parts sold? I see a few Allis.
Yeah, we do a lot of Allis.
People still use them?
Allis-Chalmers parts you cannot get new, so yeah, that's Allis-Chalmers makes a good parts machine because they can't get the parts.
I see. So a lot of them are probably more valuable just to sell the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This building here is a warehouse. It's concrete with shelves in it, and it's all full of parts.
I see.
Motors and stuff, transmission.
Do you guys have to have an inventory system, or you just have it in your mind?
My son Todd is an action. We're fixing my son Silas is fixing to buy it as salvage car from him.
Oh, okay.
I deeded him all 15 acres in. He's going to take the salvage end of it.
Well, there's some John Deere's, right? So you'd have.
That's a 1010 right there, right next to you here.
Oh, okay. And that's a 2010 over there.
Yep, that's a 2010. I bought that one. It's got the 3-point on the back. I'm going to take it off and put on my 2010.
I see. Okay. So you have some parts that we need.
Yeah. There's a 430 in salvage. You don't see too many of them in salvage because they didn't make too many 430s. They're rare.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, Caterpillar, John Deere, kind of. But I do all brands. Right now, I just had a TD5 painted with my flight, and they're going to paint me an H3. Be like a D15 Allis, but it's in a crawler. It's an ag one. It's got the 3-point PTO on it. I'm not going to go out there. It's pretty soft out there. But
Yeah.
that's just kind of the latecomers out there. But we just got
Ones that are waiting to be commissioned.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a 450 loader. Cool.
Here's the 2010 load.
Right here.
What's the large scoop on these hoods for?
That's Western ag cats. That's to keep from sucking the dirt up. When they're so soft, when they're disking field color in that fan, will just suck that right up and put it through the radiator.
Really?
That's to keep the dust down.
I see.
That's an international.
That's a TD9. We was talking about the TD9.
Okay.
That would be the older style. Them shoes have, you can see on the top side between the bowl holes where it's kind of stamped down.
Yeah.
And then the rail was notched for that to fit in. When they went to like the TD9 B's and H's and stuff, they quit that kind of like a combine tractor going.
I see.
Interesting.
That's
Why does it seem like the crawlers are always out west? Why did they need those?
the ag crawlers from Washington and Idaho and Oregon because of the hillsides.
Oh,
They farm the mountains.
Okay.
Their traction and less compaction. And then California has them because they irrigate everything
Uh-huh.
and they're year round. It never really freezes and thaws.
Those are some big blades there. What do those go to?
Oh, them there is off a D8s.
D8s? Wow.
Well, the front one there was actually a D6T, yeah. Very late model. Like a 2013 or something. This would be, well, not these first ones, but on up through is where the 1010s and stuff are at.
I see. So you have multiple 1010s to get
Yeah,
parts on.
there's a bunch of them in the,
Okay.
of course, they were all the Bolos and the loader version.
Right.
The ag ones, the only ag ones I would have would be what we see there in the shed.
But the parts would interchange,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
Most of them would. Yeah. The only difference is like in the 2010 they had the constant mesh transmission in it, and most of the bulldogs and loaders had the hydraulic reversal.
Okay.
But they did make a few of them in the bulldogs and the constant mesh. And I've been watching. If I see that, I would buy them.
Yeah.
And then pretty much everything would be the same. And whenever I had actually bought me one at an auction, I was just kind of painted green just to have one. Well, we got it home because I figured I would never find a 2010 agriculture. It's really rare. So I was just gonna, like the one there with the olive yellow, with the back end towards us.
Yeah.
I just bought one like that at a farm sale, and it happened to have the PTO on it. And I just bought that, and I was just took the blade off, was just gonna paint it green and set up my showroom just to have it to look at. Well, when I got it home, Ezra, he started studying it, and he figured out he could put the wheel tractor 8-speed.
Yeah.
So I bought a 2010 wheel tractor. We were gonna do that. Well, when he got started doing that, he found it out. He needed the constant mesh input check. So I started calling yard after yard to find that, and I wasn't having very much luck. And finally, I happened to think about Pennsylvania north of Scratch. This one old guy kept putting that ad in the paper about older John Deere parts. So I called him. Yeah, he said, "Come on down. I got a bunch of them. I ain't doing nothing. I'm 85 years old." He was the kind of guy, he didn't trust nobody. He carried a pistol and locked all his doors. And we went up there and we started looking for this constant mesh shaft. So I told him what we were trying to do. And he just stops. He says, "Well, I got one of them agriculture ones. He had it in his yard."
Out in a pile like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought that, and that's the one we was doing.
Yeah, that's how I kind of learned about it. I seen them talking about it on the internet.
Well, you see, whenever we were doing that, all your John Deere magazines would say that the 2010 Ags were all diesels.
Yeah.
Well, when I got mine, they had the motor sold out of it, so you couldn't really tell. But when I got it here, Ezra said, "Well, it's got the gas throttle."
Yeah.
So we sent the serial number into that John Deere outfit over there in Illinois, and they come back as a gas. So we called the lady back, wanted to argue the fact because the books are all saying they're all diesels.
Yeah.
She said, "Well, that serial number is a gas." She said, "When I go back, I'm curious. I'm going to look at all the 2010s and see how many gases there were." And she looked them all up, and there were only 2 gas agricultures, and mine is the first one. Out of the 2, mine's the first one.
Has John Deere called you wanting to buy it?
Haven't yet, hasn't yet.
Now, what do you do with these along the road? Do you work on them, fix them up, and then sell them, or?
Yeah, that's what we sell, and these are all ag crawlers that we get out of Washington.
I see.
I sell them mostly to the Mennonite people. They farm with them.
Nice.
Really? Now, is that because they're on steel,
They're
or?
on steel, yes.
I see. Because I saw like your rolling tractor, you had a steel wheel.
My oldest son, the one that milks the cow, he's still horse and buggy Mennonite, and that's what they have in their church. Anything tell has to be on steel.
I see.
So these tractors kind of shine for the horse and buggy Mennonites because they're already ready to go.
Right.
But yeah, we sell a lot of these. I got these strung all over Iowa and Wisconsin, and
Really?
New York, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Ohio.
Now, these ones with the white cab, is that factory or?
That's aftermarket cab.
Okay. Very interesting.
Like 77. This old D4 sold to a guy in Florida. He's going to take the other one too. He's wanting the money for this other one too.
I see.
And then there's 39 D6 I got for sale.
I see.
There's the D4 ESR. That's the very last E is built in a direct drive. That's like a 94 model.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about sold out. We usually have a whole lineup of bulldozers and loaders, and I'm down to like, what, 4 machines here.
So you got to get busy building more out of your piles. And where will something like that little one go to? A Mennonite small farmer? Or
I sell that to the Mennonite guys too. They come out of California. And I sell them to the Mennonite. Actually, the Mennonites I raise produce. They make a nice tractor. That particular machine there, I sold to an Amish man in Maine. Is moving to West Virginia. He sent me the money for it, and he said, save it here until he gets moved.
Oh, okay. Doesn't want to send it to Maine and then back down.
Bro.
Okay.
Found a predecessor to the 310. A nice Terra track here. Very interesting. I kind of want to listen to this gentleman talk, so I won't say just too much. Has a flat belt pulley. Interesting.
Here's the 500
1010.
Now that's real narrow then.
Yeah, that was a California produce crawler to go in between the vineyards.
And they like those because it doesn't hurt the tree roots.
Well, it's all on hillsides.
Oh.
Tractor just slide around and spin and carry on. And this tractor here I got out of northern Montana. It's a 55 model and a 14A 141 series. Real unique. You don't see too many in a 141 series in an ag style. There's just an Allis-Chalmers piece I've been rigging off the special on these. It's just an ag crawler. Here's a 37 TD35. Would be kind of in your TD9 size. It's just a 400. Then here's a 53 model narrow gauge TD6.
Is the narrow gauge rare, or you just find them?
It was just some people just want to just power crawler. I'd rather have the other one.
Got the nose profile there.
Like that.
What's the power unit from?
It would be like a 9UD6.
I see. Big.
It's a true power unit.
Yeah. That is a large one.
Now, like, where would you have found that? West too?
You got to read there.
Oh.
That tractor is real special. I knew they were going to do Fort, and I did not have a Fort crawler, and I just told the manager up there, I guess we won't have one to bring up. Of course, you could bring other brands up there, but they were featured Fort. And here I was looking at one of the antique magazines, and here this auction was coming up in Michigan, had this on there.
Wow.
So we saved it on the computer screen, and when the day come up, I sat there and I just hit that key till I had it.
Wow.
This is a TD9, see the.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Would that help retain the cleat better,
I
or
guess it's also.
that was their thought, huh?
And that's just some, they all run. I don't know if I'll ever do with them. I just kind of say, this is the gas, the T6, it would be the version of like an Informal.
Okay.
That's a narrow gauge TD14. I'd really like to restore that. I don't know if I get it done because it's narrow gauge. Almost makes it look like a TD9, but it's a TD14.
I see. Diesel?
Yep. Well, Well, it's gas on one side, diesel on the other. You start it up on gas and warm it up, flip it over on diesel.
That's like
Wow.
MD.
Yeah.
Has the stamped cleat again.
The rear one's a TD9. It would be the same way. It starts the gas and switches over.
Wow. I like the lights on the top.
Yeah, that makes them look real nice.
Yeah.
They look like they got a personality.
Yeah, that's handsome.
We're headed into the other building. That's a gorgeous 1010.
There's just like a 45 HG. There's a 60 follows 430. That same year I was born, 1960.
Well, I mean, is that hot water heat?
Yes.
I thought I felt that radiate now. I love hot water heat.
Yeah, it's an on-demand. We've had a little trouble. I actually got a guy working on it.
Wow.
And here's just a 2010. There's really nothing special.
Now the 430 you said was pretty rare.
Yeah.
One you showed us over there, barbecue and salvage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of them did they make?
I'd have to get a book out and look. I couldn't tell you.
Wow.
I mean, there's quite a few more than like the 1010s and 2010s and the green ones, of course. But the 2010 they only made 159 or so total, and the 1010 like yours, I think there's like 300 of them.
Yeah.
Here's the 51 TD6. I grew up at home. We had one like that.
Really?
I drove it when I was 4 or 5 years old.
4 and 5 years old.
Cool.
They don't do that nowadays.
You almost get in trouble doing it.
Yeah.
When back in Pennsylvania, everybody farmed tobacco,
Yeah.
and when they load it on flat wagons, we had the TD6 on the wagon. They'd stick it in low gear, and I would drive it, and they'd put that tobacco on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
What I remember is I couldn't pull the steering levers, and I would put my feet up on the dash here to pull these levers.
Right. Get you the leverage. Yeah.
Wow.
Then this next one is a gas. It's a T6, and it's a 54 model. That would have been in the Super M era.
Oh, okay.
So it's got like the Super M motor.
Okay.
And then this next one is a 58 model TD6, and that would have been when the 450 farm men come out.
Wow. You really put a lot of time in on them.
And then the next one here is a 62 model TD6, and that would have been when your 560s and 460 farmers come out.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, the only international we have is a little 404 propane
Okay.
wheel
Yeah.
tractor.
There's a D4, the last year on a D4, very late serial number. They actually were making D4Cs already in '59. This one's new enough. I mean, most of these had like the tag on it with the D2 and the D4 on it. This one's new enough. It don't even have that in the decal like the D4C.
Ah.
I see.
Wow.
Here's the rare 2010.
Yeah, that's the rare one.
There were only 2 of these built. This is 64 model. There were only 2 of these.
Wow.
And there were 158 total, but the others were all diesels.
Now, did the 1010s ever have those circle guards on?
Yeah. Here's my, okay, there's 379 of these.
Okay.
Wow.
This is a 61 model here.
And that's an ag crawler?
Yes.
Really?
Yep, whenever it's got the A in the serial number,
Right.
it's an A. So, and when I'm at farm sales, at salvage yards, even if it's yellow, I look at the serial number because it'd be like just the one you bought is a true ag one and somebody had painted it.
Yeah.
So I always look at the serial number.
Right.
Here's the B.O. Lindemann,
Yeah.
kind of unique.
That's definitely a little more vintage. Where did you find this one at?
This one here comes from California.
California. This have the shuttered
Yeah.
front end. Okay. Wow. This would have been like in the orchards, or?
Yeah, that's what this is.
I
It's your
see.
orchard.
So the tree limbs will scoot
John
across.
Deere made the PO was an orchard tractor, and this Lindemann outfit from Yakima, Washington, just bought from here to here, a lot of train car loads. They put them on wood blocks and railed them out there, and then they put this conversion kit on it. And it was just like a plate bolts here with bolts finalized in the track system.
Okay.
Put it on that wheel tractor.
Okay. Huh.
But yeah, it was the Lindemann outfit.
Yeah. Wow. That is cool. How often are you out on the road then?
It's just not as much as I used to because I drive myself now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, is this the one you found in the
Pennsylvania, the salvage yard.
in Pennsylvania in a salvage yard? Wow.
That's neat.
How many hours do you have in the restoration?
We never kept trying. A bunch.
A bunch.
That's what on the world.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we really appreciate you showing us around. I love to see them. Was this, they started to transition away from the more styled hood to kind of go to this more industrial?
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
This is the late version D2. The latest D2 they built.
What year is that?
This is the 55.
55.
And 52 is when they switched to the track frames a little bit longer, and they put the heavy metal fenders and the curved steering lever on it like a D4.
I
The
see.
earlier ones were like this, like a pressed steel and had a straight lever.
I see.
So the one we would have had at home kind of looked like that one, but it had this style of fender and levers.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I do see the, like you said, the track frame is longer.
It's still just a four roller, but they spread them further apart.
I see. That has the PTO on the back too. That has a flat belt.
It's got a PTO, but the pulley bolts on the PTO.
Oh, I see. Yeah, very interesting. That's a rope start with the pony motor?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta hold your mouth just right to get that one to go.
Yeah.
Here's the 57 420. It's kind of unique. It's the 5-roller track frame with the 3-point.
I see. Yeah.
And here's the late 520.
Yeah. You definitely have some unique pieces.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
From that salvage yard, I got this, and the hood, and this, and the seat. That all come off the diesel. And then I got the block with the serial number. So I'm gonna put all that on this and
Right.
make
Yeah.
a diesel out of it.
Yeah.
And this is an ag crawler? Was it common to have the yellow blade on them like that?
Somebody added that on.
Yeah.
Did that do a dozer?
Very interesting.
The 101 there's got the 6-inch prize red, and that's used to have a name. The one out in Pennsylvania.
Wow. Cool. Yeah. Very cool.
Now, when you get to this and change it over, would the motor be available for purchase?
What a guy could do is the other one I got down in the shed. I go serial number. Somebody swiped the serial number off of it.
So look at the back of the Terra
So
track.
we'd go with this and have the serial number.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Has the flat belt and the PTO. Cool. Very cool. Charles did some trading with the gentleman here at Zimmerman Tractor for this 1010 Ag Crawler. Hope to get it running, possibly restore it one day. It was a very, very, very nice tour. Can't say enough about these guys. They were very knowledgeable, very nice to talk to, and friendly. Let us tour everything and brought you guys along on the adventure. I think that'll go ahead, wrap up the video. We're gonna hop back in the truck. The gentlemen were so nice, they gave us a couple calendars to keep on the wall. Just awesome, awesome people to work with here at Zimmerman Tractor in Versailles, Missouri. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.